I guess we're coming up on Stia's nerve center. Dark Falls is up ahead.
Yeah.
From here, we head to the nerve center?
Yes, Glenn's team is waiting for us. Let's go.
Oh, Glenn!
You've arrived. The four of us will lead the way from here. Kanoe will be the rear guard. All we need to do is focus on pressing forward.
Trials start.
Here they come. Rip them apart.
one.
Why? Why does this remind me of that other battle? Never mind. Let's take them down.
Success! Trial start.
Watch out. This one's tough.
Let's get on our guard.
Success!
Do you really think Dark Falls is up ahead?
That's what Crawford said. I guess so.
Trial start.
Why are there so many large dolls units?
Let's move to the front. I know. Cover up.
Got it.
Success!
Another big one.
Only Neil Steer's tougher than this one. Get ready.
Trial start.
Aim for its head. Its weak point is underneath its armor.
Success!
Time to move.
That thing in there is...
Let's find out.
I do not sense any movement. If we attack now, we may be able to crush it once and for all.
First, we take out Neostia. We will put an end to it this time.
Neostia. Time to finish this. Okay. First take out its legs. It shoots out. We might be able to use them against it. Nice. Keep that up. Something's not right. Could it be charging up power? Are you all right? Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Why? Why would you? Why would you sacrifice your life for me? I'll take care of Manon. You help Glenn. Manon, get a hold of yourself.
Stay focused, Glenn. This is not over yet.
Powerful attack incoming!
Everyone, focus on evasion. Fine, take care of men.
Yes, I'm all over it.
All right, we're moving on.
Don't overdo it,
I'm fine. I can do it.
Manon.
Yes, that's it. Aim for its head, too. It seems to have slowed down quite a bit.
Now, finish!
How long has it been since we spoke face to face?
Why leave Central now, of all times?
Because the time had come. Central Cannon stands completed and ready. And I believed that all of you would locate Dark Falls, without fail. So, seeing that this is the end and all, I thought I should lend my old friend a hand.
Once this is all over, we can finally mourn her properly.
Yes.
Crawford, I had no idea you were that strong.
But what about Central? Without their leader, they...
I said I wanted to get some exercise, so Dozer's taking care of things for me. More importantly, are you all right, Manon?
I'm fine.
It's moving? Commander, what are your orders?
Take the wounded and retreat!
Dude, we can't possibly retreat when you...
Okay, that is far enough. We managed to lure it out. Now, Dozer! Fire!
But what does that mean, Crawford? Did Dark Falls get away again?
Don't worry, everything is fine. Allow me to explain. Currently, we believe that this Dark Falls may have fled into space-time, but this time, it's on the ropes. It has limited regenerative abilities. However, it can only be fully recovered at that dock in Stia's nerve center. Which means it will have to rematerialize at some point.
How do you know all of that?
Lysis's records. And the data that Elma and I put together helped a little. Lysis created detailed records of the battle with Dark Falls that took place in Kavaris 100 years ago. He painted a very clear picture of it. I almost felt like I was there myself while reading those records. Anyway, he wrote a lot about the previous Dark Falls behavior patterns, as well as activity cycles. It sounds like the Ark's defenders of Kavaris had a very hard time dealing with it. And he wrote about how, just when they had dealt lethal damage to it with concentrated fire, it disappeared somewhere for a while. And when it reappeared, the damage had all been repaired somehow. That somewhere was that place in Stia.
Wow. Lysis wrote all that?
Yes, I wasn't quite sure myself until I saw it at Stia's nerve center with my very own eyes. However, we had always thought that Dark Falls and the dolls came from somewhere outside of Alpha. To think those bases were right under our nose the whole time. One can't really help but wonder who built them and when. But I suppose that's not important right now. Our next course of action is quite simple. Once Dark Falls rematerializes from space-time, we hit it with Central Cannon. We've mostly figured out its potential emergence points. It won't get by us unnoticed. But even if it did somehow, we still know where it wants to go. We just need to keep attacking and damaging it. Every little bit helps. It doesn't matter how long it takes, just as long as we win in the end. However, there is one problem. We can't be certain that it will be the same Dark Falls as the one prior to our data collection. It might be completely different, and in ways for which our data cannot account. You know, that is actually fairly likely. It is Dark Falls we're talking about, after all. We have several backup plans, but there's no telling how effective they may be. So, the strength of each Ark's defender is really what it will come down to. So when it does reemerge, I'd like you to be at the forefront of the fighting, as usual.
What about us?
There's something I'd like you to do. I'll contact you about it later.
Okay, sounds good.
I know, it's been rough, but we're almost there.
Whatever it takes, we'll get it done. Just like we've been doing this whole time. Right?
Can you hear me? Crawford would like to speak with you. Please come to the Central Tower command room as soon as possible.
We're about to hold a live concert in Retem City. Invite all your friends and come join us.
Hey, it's you. How perfect. We were just looking for you. That's right. We're here seeking treatment for the wounded at the medical bay. Once we complete that, we have but to await their recovery. Wasn't there something you wished to discuss, Commander?
Yeah, there was. You, really helped us out the other day.
Wasn't there more?
We've had a lot of ups and downs during this campaign. We found ourselves constantly wounded and lacking supplies. Even after years of fighting, we hadn't made it to the interior of Stia. Before you three arrived, I was even considering withdrawing from the region. But my troops' morale was still high. I planned on one last offensive before they finally burned out. And then, you three showed up. I had heard rumors. You saved Retem, and even survived a Dark Falls attack. Then, you even paved the way for the reconstruction of Kavaris. I was skeptical, but I didn't have any other options. So I figured I'd try my luck with the three of you. And we all know how that turned out. Although the battle still isn't over, I need to say this. Thank you.
Yes, I owe you my thanks as well.
It sure is. We haven't secured the entire Stia region yet. And the Dolls plant is still operational. We still have a lot of work to do. Conaway,
Sir,
I'm going to head back now. You oversee the treatment of our wounded and meet me there.
yes, sir. Shocking. The commander almost never gives thanks to anyone. He does express gratitude sometimes, but I don't think I've ever heard him actually say the words, thank you. I suppose that demonstrates how much respect he has for you. Well, I'd better get going now. Let's meet again, soon.
I didn't know you were back in Alio. I hear you completed your assignment in Stia. They are the best of the best, but the numbers were not on their side. I'm sure your support was a huge help in that regard. It certainly was something to see Crawford act so decisively like that. Neil Steele was Crawford and Glenn's most hated enemy. At first, Crawford said he would let Glenn handle it. But the truth is that he really wanted to settle that old score by Glenn's side. Fortunately, Dahl's activity in Alio at the time was minimal. It was an opportunity that might have never come again. That's why I didn't hesitate to give my blessing to his decision. I'm glad the three of them were finally able to close that chapter of their battle. Crawford, Glenn, and Hibana. So, you knew about Hibana. Hibana and Glenn were close for a long time. She was always the type who wore her heart right on her sleeve. I'm not saying they were the same, but her straightforwardness was a lot like Ina's. When Glenn and Hibana met Crawford, the three of them started working together. Crawford and Glenn's relationship is still more or less the same as it always was. They've always gotten into it over differences of opinion. And it was always Hibana who would step in to mediate things. She had a knack for finding the compromise and getting them to shake on it. And she was really intuitive. She would just sort of throw a plan together and somehow, it almost always worked out. Which is the exact opposite of Crawford's unrelenting rationality, of course. Yet, they always seemed to get along. All three of them had very different personalities, but they just seemed to mesh with each other. Their teamwork in battle was especially impressive. Glenn would take the front, Crawford brought up the rear, and Hibana would float between them. And the three of them would just chew through the toughest dolls like that. It was a foregone conclusion that those three would one day lead Alio. But then, Hibana's death created a big void. Without her, Crawford and Glenn set off on separate paths that they each thought was best. Now that the score's been settled with Neil's Stia, hopefully, that void can finally be filled. Looks like there's some trouble. I think I better get going. We'll finish this chat some other time. Until then.